Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the radio audience. This is Edwin Harlow, bringing you the day's most urgent dispatches on this Monday, January the 12th, 2026. The world remains kind of chaotic out there, low-key intense as ever, but we shall maintain composure and report the facts as they stand. We begin with the deepening crisis in Iran. Anti-government protests have entered their third week. Human rights groups estimate over 500 protesters killed in the crackdown, some tallies nearing 600, including security forces, and more than 10,000 arrests. Reports describe live fire on crowds, bodies near hospitals, and a 4-day communications blackout. The regime has declared national mourning for its martyrs while staging large pro-government rallies in Tehran. Officials affirm readiness for war, yet openness to U.S. talks. President Trump warns of possible military strikes or cyber operations if violence continues, and today imposed a 25% tariff on nations trading with Iran. This recalls the Monroe Doctrine, proclaimed by President James Monroe in 1823 to bar European powers from further colonization or interference in the Americas, declaring the New World off limits to Old World meddling. It began as a defensive warning, partly reliant on British naval support. In 1904, Theodore Roosevelt's corollary asserted U.S. international police power to intervene in unstable Latin American states, preventing European debt collectors or disorder. The doctrine later countered Soviet influence, most notably during the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Today, it revives, adapted to counter modern threats, migration, narcotics, foreign economic sway that endanger our interests in this hemisphere or beyond. No external force shall encroach unchallenged. Peril mounts in Iran. May diplomacy prevail before it goes full send. The human cost is tragic. Domestically, protests continue nationwide after the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE officer in Minneapolis. Demonstrations against immigration enforcement draw tens of thousands, with clashes reported in many cities. Homeland Security deploys hundreds more agents to Minnesota to address what Secretary Kristi Noem calls true corruption. Separately, the Justice Department has opened a criminal probe into Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, issuing grand jury subpoenas tied to his testimony. Powell calls it unprecedented political pressure, yet stocks closed at record highs today. These institutions must remain independent to steady the republic. In the Western Hemisphere, President Trump will meet Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado Thursday. This follows U.S. controls on Venezuelan oil revenues and the capture of Nicolas Maduro, reaffirming the Monroe Doctrine's modern role, protecting our neighborhood from adversarial influence through economic leverage or instability. From its 1823 defensive origins, it now confronts 21st century challenges close to home. Regional rules shift swiftly. In Ukraine, the winter war grinds on. Russian strikes target energy grids, leaving parts of Kyiv without power or heat in freezing conditions. Ukrainian forces hit Russian energy sites in reply. President Zelensky warns of imminent massive assaults, drones to overwhelm defenses, then missiles. Germany prepares Lynx KF-41 vehicles. Britain advances Nightfall missiles. Endurance is the grim reality. Our thoughts are with those suffering. A brighter note from the gridiron. NFL wildcard action delivered thrills. The New England Patriots advanced past the Los Angeles Chargers 16-3, with Drake May's late touchdown and solid defense containing Justin Herbert. The San Francisco 49ers rallied to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles in a tense NFC clash. clinching it with a fourth-quarter drive. Football's grit and teamwork shine through tough seasons. Proof resilience endures amid global storms. Determination goes a long way these days. And now, our sponsors. In busy modern times, nothing soothes like fresh coffee. Chase and Sanborn Dated Coffee. Roasted daily, dated for freshness, rush to your grocer at peak flavor. Rich, full-bodied taste to start the day right. Chase and Sanborn Dated Coffee. It's fresh, it's delicious. And for the closest shave, Gillette Blue Blades. Super keen edges glide smoothly, leaving you well-groomed all day. Gillette Blue Blades, sharpest ever honed. We return to the headlines. The world turns, full of peril and triumph. Thank you, dear listeners. This is Edwin Harlow. Stay vigilant. May reason guide us. Good night.